Dr. Chase. You have a few moments?
Sorry, I've got to go.
These young doctors. It's like they don't care about people. No manners.
My fault, probably.
That's an interesting accent you have there. I'd say Czech, with about 30 years of Aussie.
You have quite an ear.
You're Chase's dad. Hard to miss, with the big hug and how happy he was to see you.
You want to get to the bottom of this. You're doing it exactly right. Don't talk to the people involved. Drag your buddy away from work for some pointless speculation.
You want to know how two chemicals interact? You ask them? No, they're going to lie through their lying little chemical teeth. Throw them in a beaker and apply heat.
Even I don't like you.
You know, words can hurt.
We should try another antibiotic.
You really think he's allergic to 2 antibiotics?
I want to know what Dr. Chase thinks.
It's possible he's allergic to
Oh,
both
I'm sorry. Not you. Understandable mistake. The other Dr. Chase.
Boy gets anthrax who happens to be allergic to 2 antibiotics. Hate to step on anybody's toes, but is it possible you guys got this one wrong?
The rash is classic anthrax.
Except the color.
The rash hasn't turned black yet. No necrosis, no anthrax.
Necrosis can theoretically take as long as 2 weeks.
Whoa, 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 guys. It's not a competition. It's a diagnosis. Okay. Who thinks Junior wins? 4-1. It's not anthrax. So we start over. What's changed? What did the nodules tell us?
Sarcoidosis.
Excellent. Send an ACE level. If it comes back positive, put him on methotrexate.
You're messing with my head.
Your relationship with your dad is messing with your ability to do your job.
Only because you made my dad part of my job.
Good point. Haven't seen him in years. He flies across the Atlantic to see you.
Pacific.
You breeze by him like he's a Hare Krishna at the airport. You don't even ask why he's in town.
It's probably a conference.
Probably. I was hoping to do this through sheer manipulation, but if you insist on talking, fine, talk. What did he do to you?
How would you feel if I interfered in your personal life?
I'd hate it. That's why I cleverly have no personal life.
I'm gonna biopsy your skin lesions.
Good thinking. Prove your dad wrong. That'll solve everything.
Why are you here?
SLE conference.
You were in New York last year for the scleroderma conference. I didn't hear anything from you.
Just wanted to say hi this time.
You said it. You're still here.
I miss you.
I was 15 years old when you walked out. Now you're walking back in.
I left your mother. I didn't leave you.
Mum was living on gin and tonics. How was I supposed to take care of her?
She wasn't your responsibility.
I know. She was yours.
I'm sorry she died. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. But she was falling apart long before.
I've got to talk to House about this treatment.
Going back to the conference?
Afternoon panel. I hope I can stay awake.
I hope you can get in. You're not registered. I get it. You had to make up a lie. You can't just tell your kid you're here to see him. I mean, what father does that? A little blue dot under your collar. It's a tattoo for guiding radiation treatment. I was looking for it after I saw what you had for breakfast. Brown rice, vegetables, microbiotic diet. Popular with Hollywood starlets and cancer patients.
Lungs, stage 4.
You look good.
I'm not. Came to the States to go to Sloan Kettering and see Dr. Wilson.
What do you say?
3 months.
But you haven't told Robert. You don't want to burden him because you were such a lousy dad.
I'd prefer you not tell him.
Yeah, that's better. He'll get to see his face when he reads his dad's obituary.
It's not your business.
I suppose it isn't.
You know, parents are never as bad as kids think they are.
You like my dad so much? Ask him out.
I'd make an excellent stepmom. I'm very lenient. He's your father. You never see him, and he's here. Unless he's done some unspeakable thing, you should lighten up.
Great. Thanks for the tip.
Okay. He beat your mom. He beat you. What did he do?
Really, don't push it.
All this hate. It's toxic.
Then stay away. Why does everybody need to know my business?
People like talking about people. Makes us feel superior. Makes us feel in control. And sometimes, for some people, knowing some things makes them care.
I tell you, my dad left, my mum drank herself to death. You gonna care about me more?
Cameron would. Me, I just like knowing stuff. I know you hate your dad, but I'm gonna tell you something.
I don't hate him. I loved him until I figured out it hurts a lot less to just not care. You don't expect him to turn up to your football match? No disappointments. You don't expect to call on your birthday? Don't expect to see him for months? No disappointments. You want us to go make up? Sink a few beers together, nice family hug? I've given him enough hugs. He's given me enough disappointments.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
You haven't asked about your dad.
He lied about everything. He lied to my mom. Lied to his boss. He's just a liar.
He loves you.
I don't love him.
Yeah, you do. Nothing you can do about it. He's your dad. It doesn't matter what he does, you're gonna love him.
Hey. When's your flight? You got time for a drink?
Wish I did.
Dr. Chase?
I got it.
You're gonna be getting down to Oz anytime soon?
Not too long. Next autumn, I hope. I'll call you. Oh, you're all set? I'll see you.
Yeah. I'll see you.
Sorry about your father.
I'm not. Are we done emoting now?
If there's anything I can do, just...
You know, you're right. I don't think I can sleep alone tonight. You can tell me that that is liquid Vicodin.
We're giving IG shots to everyone who came in contact with your patient. Shockingly, none of the nurses volunteered to administer yours. It goes better in a large muscle. Drop your pants.
You know, I usually pay tens of dollars to hear that.
Funeral's tomorrow.
My mom called you?
There is a 3:40 flight out of Newark. And if you leave now, you can be in Lexington tonight. Your mother wants you to deliver a eulogy.
Eulogy, from the Greek for good word. Now, if she'd asked me to deliver a bastardogy, I'd be happy to.
Then be a grown-up. Call your mother back and tell her that you're sick with grief, but you're too busy to be there.
She knows when I'm lying.
Then start writing.
I am not doing this because I care.
Cuddy drugged me. My mom didn't call Cuddy. She called you. I knew you couldn't stay away. I knew you loved me too much.
I'm doing this for your mom.
I'm not doing this at all. If there was something to be done, I would have done it in the year he spent dying. You took my Vicodin? I'm in pain. One? So the Vicodin is my leash. One will take the edge off, but it won't give me enough relief for an escape back to Plainsboro. Kane.
The restroom's right there. You can make it on your own.
I suppose I could talk about the summer he decided he wasn't speaking to me. 2 months, not one word. Anything he wanted to say, he typed up and slipped under my bedroom door.
You don't want to say anything? Don't say anything, but go. Tell your mom you're sad for her.
Just by being there, I'd be lying.
She wants to think, for a moment, that she had a happy family. So give her a gift. Lie.
Give me my cane. I'll go to the damn funeral. I said I'd go to the funeral. I didn't say when. We'll actually keep a flashlight that doesn't need batteries in the trunk. Next to the jacket, emergency water, nail clippers, toothbrush, space blanket.
When things go wrong, I like to be ready. Will you please hold the flashlight for a minute? You know, those aren't just my car keys. My house keys are on there, too. Amber gave me that keychain.
No, she didn't. Not unless your pet name for her was Volvo. A man who would lie about a gift from a dead girlfriend
Is probably responding to a childish, pointless act of petulance.
Struggle to resist one's captors is never pointless. Vive la résistance.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Che, but simple delay won't work. Your mother will hold the funeral till we get there.
Your father was a punctual man, beholden to time. 2 minutes late for dinner, you didn't eat. My mother would never disrespect him by starting the funeral late.
Yeah, you clearly have no issues to work through.
Come on, forget the keys. Call a locksmith. We'll go inside and play Guess That Smell with the truckers while we're waiting. Join me on the dark side.
Dark side's done, House. I'm delivering you to your mother, and that's it. I've moved on. Good heavens, we haven't missed it after all. It's like the end of a Christmas Carol.
I'm so glad you're here. Oh, it's a load off of my mind just to see you. Thank you, James.
Mom, how could you delay the funeral?
Honey, your dad is dead. He's not going to care. Do you know what you're going to say?
I don't know. Just let the minister, one of his buddies from the Corps.
You're talking. I don't care that you didn't like him. He was your father, and he loved you. The war is over, Greg. Please do this for me. Stop looking so worried. I know he's gonna make me proud.
I'm sure you know him better than I do.
It means more to me than I can say to have all of you here today. And now, our son Gregory would like to say a few words. Greg?
There's a lot of people here today, including some from the Corps. And I noticed that every one of them is either my father's rank or higher. And that doesn't surprise me. Because if the test of a man is how he treats those he has power over, it was a test my father failed. This man you're eager to pay homage to, he was incapable of admitting any point of view but his own. He punished failure, and he did not accept anything less than. He loved doing what he did. He saw his work as some kind of sacred calling, more important than any personal relationship. Maybe if he'd been a better father, I'd be a better son. But I am what I am because of him, for better or for worse. And I just wish.
Put it back.
He's not gonna miss it.
I'm done enabling. You can't even let them put him in the ground without making you serve your agenda.
You really want to do this in front of everybody? You want to punish me or them?
Guess what kind of animal Wacky Benny's making now? I'll give you a big hint.
Is it a dead animal?
I say we put him out of his misery and bring out Emma's cake.
He's so new to this. How's he gonna learn if we stop his act?
You're a sucky clown.
And you're a super duper audience. Hey, that is not okay.
Hey, keep your hands off my son. Tell him to keep his hands off of me.
I can't move my arm away.
Maybe we find you a new hobby, one you're a little better at.
I'm gonna get better at it, and it's not a hobby. I think I want to get a job working as a circus clown, making people laugh.
Man, I don't think that's a good idea.
It's good enough for my dad. You were
Oh, his biological father.
Could his dad's melanoma be a factor here?
That wouldn't be related.
Man, you barely knew him. You're such a smart kid. You could aim a lot higher than face paint and seltzer bottles.
Dr. Park is searching the registry. Transfusing his platelets will keep him healthy while we wait.
You sure there's no one on the father's side of the family? If one of them's a match, that'd speed things up a lot.
His parents died young. He was an only child. There's no living relatives that I know of.
Something will turn up soon.
How soon is soon? Will he miss a lot of school?
I'm actually thinking of just getting my GED.
How do you expect to get into a good college?
I'm gonna take classes on magic, juggling, and try to make a go of this.
Ben, you keep your grades up, you can do anything in the world.
Like what? Work in some boring office? I mean, do you think my father would have done that for 10 minutes?
You don't remember your father. You don't know.
I want to build a connection with him. Pass on some of the joy that he gave me. My back hurts.
He's dropping. You have to stop the transfusion. Patient's having an allergic reaction to donor platelets.
No one in Mom's family is a match, and as far as she knows, Dad has no living relatives. It's been years since he died.
The kid's dad died young of melanoma. How come the overprotective mom never took him to a dermatologist?
He never had melanoma.
How did he die?
He didn't. He lives in Pennsauken. Under a different name. Mitchell Gordon.
How could you keep this from me? From Ben?
He really needs to know his dad just breezed in and out of his life drunk and incoherent. It's better to think the man's dead but decent.
Mitchell Gordon?
I've already got a religion. Go away.
We're doctors. Your son, Ben, is in the hospital, Princeton Plainsboro. He's very sick.
Yeah, well, I don't have a son. Not anymore.
We know there are some issues there, but your bone marrow could cure him.
There's a hospital 2 miles from here. It's a simple test.
You said he was at Princeton Plainsboro.
His mother feels it's better to do the test at a different hospital.
Like I said, I don't have a son anymore.
You have to go see him yourself. He wouldn't even come to the door a second time.
Okay, I'll drive over there.
It's a pleural effusion.
He had a bleeding problem earlier, must be bleeding into his lungs. Except there's no blood. What does that mean? It means you don't have to make that drive. The problem isn't his marrow.
I can't believe I have cancer.
We caught it early. You should be okay.
I could die. I never went anywhere, did anything. If my father had lived, everything would have been different.
Your mom and stepdad love you. They've given you a great home. That counts for a lot.
He's crashing. Everything's shutting down.
House.
Hello?
What the hell are you doing here?
I was told this might be my last chance to see my son.
You had no right. This is none of your business.
I called him. This man's Ben's hero. Let him spend 5 minutes together.
No, get out of here.
Wait. You sexually molested your son. Your walk, tabes dorsalis. You have late-stage syphilis, which you gave to our patient, presumably 12 years ago, which also explains why Mom is not big on family reunions.
I shouldn't be here.
We tested him for syphilis. He was negative.
After 12 years, the active infection would have died down everywhere except the arteries in his brain where it could hide out from our tests. When that 6-year-old heckler punched him in his juggling pins, kicked up the dormant bacteria in his pelvis. The immunosuppressants we gave him sent it into overdrive. The antibiotics we gave him actually started destroying the syphilis. But like pouring water on a fire, it led to a trail of toxic smoke and ash. Made his immune system overcompensate. A severe Jarisch-Herxheimer reaction.
Is this true?
Yes, Jarisch-Herxheimer is real. It sounds silly, but... Oh, you mean the right.
I found stains on his clothes. He didn't understand. And he didn't seem traumatized. I kept trying to talk to him, but before long he'd forgotten, and he seemed happy and he seemed normal.
So you made Daddy go away and you made sure Junior had no reason to go looking.
I was just trying to protect him. Like I should have done from the start.
Penicillin and anti-TNF antibodies. We'll be fine. Apart from the whole daddy rape thing.
We're not done.
No, we are not. Notify the dad's sexual partners, notify his employer, his landlord, notify the police.
I meant the kid. We're not going to tell him he was molested?
To make him miserable or to forfeit your license?
To tell him the truth. He's a virgin. How do we explain the STD? It's a medical diagnosis. Screw the parents. The kid's our patient.
I guess Taub's got a tough choice to make when the kid wakes up.
Why is it my choice?
Because you're a dad. How could the rest of us possibly understand?
What was wrong with me?
It's called syphilis.
You can get that without having sex?
I didn't tell him.
Your heart said he needed to know. Your brain knew he's better off without it. Following your heart is easy. Following your brain is tough. Especially after years of following that much smaller third organ. That's why all parents screw up all children.